Discussion and commission action will be limited to those items on the agenda. Aislinn, will you call roll?
Benjamin Gomez,
Here.
Adam Geyer,
Here.
Rhonda McHarp,
Here.
Amy Mendoza,
Here.
Desiree Valadola,
Here.
and we have Rich Phillips excused this evening.
Okay, continuing on, we have agenda item number 2, approval of the minutes. Does the commission wish to waive the reading of the minutes?
Yes, I make a motion to waive the reading of the minutes of the August 13th, 2025 Planning and Zoning
Make a
Commission
motion to
meetings.
approve it?
Oh, just to,
Yeah, or we're gonna waive the reading of it.
Make a motion to
Make-
approve. A second.
Did you make a motion to approve?
I think so. She just seconded it. It is now.
Okay. Okay, Aislinn, will you call?
Gomez,
Yes.
Valadola,
Yes.
Geyer,
Yes.
McHarp,
Yes.
Mendoza,
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay, let's move on to agenda item number 3. So Brent, are you presenting?
Yep.
Perfect.
Pull this up.
No, it's the bottom one, it's the PowerPoint one, yep, there you go.
Beautiful.
You may want to blow them up.
I'm working on it. Getting old, I don't see as well as I used to. All right. So I'm Brent McLean. I'm the Planning and Development Services Director for the City of Pocatello, but I'm going to also wear my hat as the Executive Director of the Pocatello Development Authority in this presentation. And so part of what I wanted to do is present to you what the Pocatello Development Authority is working on and why we're here, and what we do as the Pocatello Development Authority. So we are the urban renewal agency for Pocatello, and we establish urban renewal districts, which are tax increment financing districts. And we have currently we have 4 of them here in the community. There's one at the airport. There's one that's called the North Portneuf District, which is the old Hoku site in that area. There's one in Northgate, and then there's also one at the Titan Center, which is the old Naval Ordnance Plant. So those are the 4 districts that are currently open. Of those 4 districts, 3 of them will be closing here in the next probably 5 years-ish, give or take a year or 2 for each district. And so one of the things we do is we look at areas in the city that have potential for redevelopment and growth. And the board of directors for the Pocatello Development Authority engaged in a process of some feasibility or eligibility studies for 3 areas. And all 3 of those areas were deemed eligible. But this area, which is what we're calling our South 5th urban renewal area, is the area that we felt is the most forthcoming to move forward with a new district. And there's a lot of potential growth and development in this area. It's very underserved with public infrastructure. We look at our road sections, our sidewalks, our streets, street lights, sewer, water facilities, stormwater facilities. It's very underserved. Plus, we have an opportunity for a lot of redevelopment. There's a lot of aged buildings, aged structures down through there, as well as underutilized properties, which might be a large property with a small building on it. And so we identified this area as the first of those 3 areas that we would like to move forward with a new urban renewal area. And so generally speaking, so this is kind of the area that we studied for, this map shows the area we studied for our eligibility study. Part of the area is located in the county currently, but it is all within our area of city impact. And so we've been working with the county commissioners and with the city council on this project as well. And so far we've had really positive, good feedback from both agencies. And the map in its final form will be a little bit different than what you see here, and I'll open that map up here to you here in a second. But the general idea is we're looking at area to the south, starting about the Gap, and it goes just to about Barton, and or Burton, isn't it? Barton. I get them mixed up. But that's generally the north-south, and then on the east-west you have it goes to the railroad on the western edge, and to essentially the foothills on the eastern edge. And those parcels, we're following parcel lines, but we were very careful to look at areas that contain developable land and not go too far up into those areas of steep slope that really aren't very developable. And so that's kind of the project area. There's a whole process that we've been going through to open this district. Our end goal is to have it completed and ready to go by the end of the year. This is kind of just an outline of our process. Some of the highlights. You guys are part of that process. We are looking for your review of the proposal and to see how it reflects and correlates with the comprehensive plan, which is your purview, is helping the community move forward in development in accordance with the comprehensive plan. And so, so we're on that October 8th note there, meeting with you now. We are going to move forward and meet with the county for the adoption of an intergovernmental agreement and a transfer of power on Friday. Their October 9th meeting got moved to the 10th. And then we'll publish for public hearing in the Idaho State Journal, two publications, and then we'll move forward with a public hearing at the City Council. And that will be something that they will go through that public hearing process. So your role in that process is really just to assess if this plan is something that adheres to the tenets and the purposes of the comprehensive plan. And so I'm not going to go through this too much, but there's some state statute requirements that we have to hit to as we make a plan. So as part of the process, we have to create an urban renewal plan with specific projects in mind, specific goals to achieve, and forecast how we anticipate revenues in that tax increment district to pay for some of those things on a reimbursable process. So a developer would come in and maybe put some public infrastructure improvements that could potentially be reimbursed to them to incentivize that development in those areas. And so the state has very clear steps on how we set this up. So there's a few taxing districts that would be affected by that, by this tax increment financing district. And just to note, some of these, as we went through our feasibility study, we didn't include them into the feasibility study because the amount of money that they would generate for tax increment financing is so small that it wasn't worth approaching them with those requests. But they will be notified that this is something that is going on. To be noted, so like the ambulance and the Pocatello Valley Fire and the library are ones that we really aren't interested in. Probably not the school district either. It's the amount of increment that we would get from the generation of that is so small. And this is just slide to show that things change constantly with these urban renewal districts. This is a legislative adjustment to the state statute that went through this last legislative session that allowed fire districts and EMS districts to be pulled out of districts if they want to. And so whether one's been, even if one has been established and they're factored into those increments, they could just pull out as long as there's no outstanding debt to be paid. And so there's constantly changes that are happening with urban renewal districts. The Idaho state legislation is really tightening the belt for urban renewal areas, which is a shame in my opinion. But like I said, as we went through our feasibility study, which is included in your packet, we tried to be very conservative in that. We didn't include those districts into it, but we also anticipated that prior to any of the properties in the county being developed, they would be annexed. And as you look at the map, and I'll pull up another map here for you in a second. As you look at the map, all those properties essentially are eligible for annexation. And so the county has been very good about working with the city as properties that are eligible for annexation come for development and talking with us and helping us to get them developed within the city and not in the county. And we're in process of negotiating a area of city impact agreement with the county to talk about some of those things as well. And so that's something that we're working on, but we have that assumption as well. So this is, I mean, a lot of numbers here, revenue projections of what we anticipate the district generating. We have projects that would far exceed this revenue projection over the 20 years. That's the lifespan of an urban renewal district. The first couple of years, there's really not much generation of increment funding. But you can see that that incremental property value, so money that could be reinvested into this area, is upward of $52 million over the life of 20 years. So one of the other things we have to do in this process is obtain agricultural designated properties need to consent to be included into the urban renewal area. So we probably had half dozen or so property owners who weren't interested in participating in it, and so that's why that map has changed. We've carved those properties out, but there are a large bulk of properties that are designated as agricultural down there in that area that want to participate. They foresee their properties developing and see the value and the benefit of being included. And so, and then the other component of that is we are required that urban renewal areas cannot exceed 10% of the valuation of a city property assessed value. And so you can see the numbers on the right there, that you have the total valuation of the city, and the 10% number are, with this new area, we're well under that 10%. We're probably about that 3.5%-ish is what we're going to be hitting at with adding this new district in combination with the existing ones. So we're well within that threshold. And there's project lists in that feasibility study. That a lot of sewer projects, a lot of water projects, a lot of street improvements. There's also projects for parks, trails, connectivity, and providing some opportunity for potentially purchasing land for future cemetery growth or future park growth. And these are all potential projects. And the key is we wanted to have a large list of potential projects in the area, Because if they're not in that plan, those funds can't be used for something else. And so we got together with all the departments, talked about some of their needs in this area, what potential improvements did they see, and identified some of these areas that we would like to have included in this urban renewal area. And the intent is that as you increase these things, you'll help spur development. And as development happens, the property tax of those properties will increase in a way that they wouldn't have without the urban renewal area. And then after 20 years, when that urban renewal area is removed, all those property tax increases would then go to those taxing entities, whether it be the city or county or the other entities. And so it's a tool to help spur development that wouldn't happen without some sort of specific targeted development incentives for an area. And so that's kind of the nuts and bolts of it. So I'm going to open up this other map that shows the, minimize that. No, not that one. I want, okay. Why is it clicking here? All right. Well, how do I get rid of that, Becky? You're smarter than me.
What are we getting?
This stupid box. Oh, it's not showing up there. Why not?
Do you have to exit presenter mode?
Oh, maybe that's what it is, huh?
Yeah, you have to see buttons.
Ken's coming to save me because I'm not smart enough to run the computer anymore. What's going on? It's weird.
Because you went into presenter mode.
Oh, there it is.
Then it changes how the displays work.
I broke it. Sorry.
We really wanted you to focus on these next steps.
So important.
Oh, that's lovely.
I don't know what I did.
I'm going to shut down your PowerPoint.
Yeah, just do it. I'm done with it. Perfect. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it. So this map is a, maybe I'll zoom out a little so you can see the whole thing. And then we can zoom in if you have questions. Okay, so this map reflects what the official boundary will be. Some of the primary differences I'll point out to you. We have this property down through here. The property owner opted to not participate. It has a conservation easement on the property. We don't ever anticipate this property developing into anything anyways, so that's an easy removal. The other properties we have are down through here, down on the valley floor. Again, these are currently ag operations. The property owners don't have any interest in developing these areas, and if you look at our future land use map, we see those areas as open space anyways. And as a city, we really think that's an area that we need to preserve for its natural habitat and the natural beauty of that section of the valley floor. There's a lot of other restrictions and issues with developing these properties down in this area anyways, so I think those were easy to remove. The other ones that came off, there's a chunk over here that came off the property owner decided that he didn't want to participate, which is fine. Those are very steep slopes anyways. He's recently sold off the lower portions of his property that are being developed currently. And so that was not a big deal. And then there's a couple of donut holes. So there's this one here, which is kind of an equestrian facility. They weren't interested in participating. And then there's this property here, which is kind of just next to the high school property, Hildreth Road, and the tunnel goes right through here. He was not interested in participating, and so we removed them. All the green properties are properties that are designated as ag that did want to participate. And so you can see, especially this area through here, this is a very key and important portion of this urban renewal plan that we see as developing. And so as we were talking with those property owners, they're very excited about the potential that this can provide for them to help this whole area develop. But those are mostly the ones that are in the county that are designated ag that we've pulled in. Do you have questions for me? I'm throwing a lot at you.
I have a couple questions.
Absolutely.
In one of the taxing districts, you said the Portneuf Free Library. Is that the Portneuf District Library?
I'm not sure.
I don't know that they changed names, but
I'm not positive.
Okay.
But I don't know if there's a different library district. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I can only imagine that it's a typo. It was supposed to be the Portneuf Library District, but we'll.
Yeah, I can verify that, but we aren't anticipating collecting those increment funds at this
For
point
them,
either.
okay.
Yeah.
And you're looking at, for developing this area, housing, businesses?
Yeah,
Okay.
and so let me pull up another map here. So maybe
It's gonna take a while.
it's just take us a bit. Okay.
It's a big.
Yeah, so what we did is we looked at the city's comprehensive plan and their zoning map and their future land use map, and that's what we're following. And so as we hired the consultants, they use those maps to help project what kind of developments would we anticipate. And so it's going to be a combination of residential, commercial, industrial. It's going to run the gamut. I mean, all those things, it's fine. We'll be fine. All those things are going to be included, and I mean, it's a large area, and we're trying to follow the vision that was established in the comprehensive plan with the future land use map as well as the current zoning map.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay.
Keep going.
I don't have a whole lot left, unless you guys have any specific things you want to ask. But what we do need is a vote to adopt, or not adopt isn't the right word. It's a resolution, right, Aislinn, is what we have. So there's a resolution that this urban renewal plan is in conformity with the comprehensive plan, and that the goals that are established in the comprehensive plan are achieved through this process. And that's kind of what we're looking for as a Pocatello Development Authority. So.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, you're following a comprehensive plan and the planning of it. So, I mean,
Yeah,
it's pretty straightforward. We don't know what's going to happen for sure. It's just kind of a start of a plan to
It
get
is.
things developing.
It is. And
There's nothing set in stone or.
It's fairly loose, just
Yeah.
like the comprehensive future land use
Right.
map is, right? And things change, and we have to pivot sometimes as the economy changes over the course of 20 years. I know we've seen it, right? We know how that happens. And so there might be things that alter a little bit, There are some priority projects that we would anticipate happening, some sewer and water upgrades that need to happen to help spur that growth. And so if you look at the project list in there, there's a phased approach to their phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 projects. And those are done in purpose to help spur growth to generate increment. And then at the end, there's additional projects that are kind of a wish list project that we can look at as we move forward and get through those other phases and can really generate that increment. But it does follow the comprehensive plan. I mean, we looked at all the trails and the recreational aspect. We looked at the transportation aspect. We look at sewer and water quality and stormwater management. All those things are things that we want to have happen. Just like the comprehensive plan addresses all those issues, and we are following the land use component to a T on that proposal as well. So
Just curious, I know, so I mean, as this happens, there'll be rezoning done on a lot of these properties and stuff.
there could be. You may see.
I'm just that curious.
I think what you'll see more than rezoning, I mean, obviously, we see rezonings all the time,
Yeah.
but I'm anticipating that hopefully you'll see some annexations come in before you with some initial zonings. You'll see some plats and some preliminary plats and final plats that come in. And I hope that we can see some pretty substantial industrial and commercial development in this area as well.
Anybody else have any questions for Brent? Thank you. Well, open to a motion or?
I move to validate that the urban renewal plan for the South Fifth Urban Renewal Project is in conformity with the city's comprehensive plan and to authorize the chair to execute resolution number 2025-1.
Can you clarify, Vice Chair, please?
Oh, excuse me. And authorize the vice chair to execute resolution number 2025-1.
I second.
I have a motion by Gomez and a second by Mendoza. Aislinn, will you call the vote?
Gomez,
Yes.
Mendoza,
Yes.
Dyer,
Yes.
McCart,
Yes.
Valadona.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Now we get some training?
Great. Well, we're